Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Edgyverse podcast. Man, we got an interesting topic today. I got a good friend of mine I just met, man. His name is Lack. Like, say what up to everybody if you want,
Hey
man.
everyone, it's me. My name is Lack. Grateful to be here. Grateful for the opportunity. A little bit about myself. This is my first time on this podcast. I'm Vietnamese born. Born in Vietnam. Lived there for 10 years of my childhood. Moved here with my family in 2007. And I come from an engineering background. So that's kind of the career base that I follow for a while.
Yeah.
And that brings us to kind of what we were going to talk about today is the last 3-4 years I've been traveling very heavily. And yeah,
Overseas,
overseas,
Yeah.
yeah. Honestly, the U.S. is so big. If you spend 4 years traveling U.S., you might not get to all of it neither.
though. You think so?
But I think so because like if you put the U.S. because if you put the U.S. map over a map of like Europe is almost like Spain is the whole country is the size of Texas. Like Texas almost is I think bigger, almost the same size as Spain.
Of just Spain, Texas.
Spain is huge. Spain is one of the biggest country in Europe.
Hold on. So you went to Europe too?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So all right. Before we get into it, you know, you travel because when I talked to you when I met you, we talked about you being in East Asia.
Yes.
You've been in Europe too.
Yes.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that too as well. Then let's go. Dang. So let me ask you this. I wanted to. You talked to me a little bit about it when we first met up or whatnot. What led you to leaving the U.S.?
This answer you will get from most travelers you meet that are from the U.S. It's just the life here just got too restricting. We have a work culture that is not, I think, violates human rights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, because most people that I meet when they travel from Europe or from Europe mostly, they get mandatory 1 month or 2 months a year of paid time off. Here we get 2 weeks, and when I explain to my European friends, like if you get sick and whatnot, it eats into those 2 weeks. And honestly, the job market now is crazy too. So like it's very hard for people to travel
Over here
from the U.S. to overseas. So
because of like scheduling and
yeah,
I mean, there's a big thing I've heard, and
Mhm.
like you were saying about the time off or whatnot, that over there, like even in Europe, I don't know about East Asia, but I know in Europe in certain places over there, they make you take a vacation to like be around your family
Yes.
and to actually enjoy, you know, a break.
Yeah.
Versus the U.S., you kind of work yourself like a dog, you know what I mean? And then you
exactly.
take 2 weeks off, a week off maybe.
Yeah.
And it's very rare that a company will let you get a month off to go somewhere.
Extremely.
It's normally like they make you take a leave of absence or something like that.
Exactly. Or if you have a kid or something like some crazy and family emergency, but it's very rare. So for me, what pushed me to travel was I come from a family that doesn't really travel. My parents don't travel. No one in my family in Vietnam travels, mostly because of circumstances. I'm not an immigrant, but I am an immigrant. I'm an immigrant from Vietnam. So like since we've moved from Vietnam, for half of it at least, it's been a struggle. My parents work extremely hard to get us to where we are, and my sister and I, we take the opportunity, you know, to do well in school and whatnot. But at some point, when you get to a certain level of work, and you don't see a balance in life, that's when I decided to do more for myself rather than like work myself to death.
Yeah.
You know, essentially.
Was it weighing on like, I would say like your mental?
Yeah, 100%,
a little bit.
100%.
You know, like you needed like a break, a refresh.
I don't even know if I needed a rebuild because refresh means I want to go back to my old self. That is how I'm taking it. But for me, I was so unhappy being here. I still speak Vietnamese fluently, and that's not the case for a lot of Vietnamese people that moved here from an early age, because Vietnamese is a very tonal language. So if you don't practice it, you don't speak it, you don't think about it, you don't think in it, you lose it extremely quickly.
Really?
So when I go back to Vietnam and I speak to people, they don't think that no one ever
That you've left.
that I've left.
So you keep it up.
Yeah, and there's a reason for that, because I feel like I've never belonged here
Hmm.
in a way, especially Oklahoma. As
Yeah.
you know, like the Asian population here is very small.
Yeah.
And the Vietnamese population is even smaller. I think Vietnamese people account for 0.03% of the U.S. population, and most of us kind of gather in certain areas, like
Yeah.
SoCal, or like California, Houston, or Florida, areas
Mhm.
where the climate kind of is more similar to Vietnamese
Yeah.
climate. Yeah.
I would say like that warm weather.
Yeah,
right?
warm, humid weather
Yeah.
where they can grow the all the herbs they want. Yeah, exactly.
So you and you went to Vietnam, right? You go back and forth.
Yes, so that's where I spend most of my time when I do visit Southeast Asia,
Hmm.
just because my mom's side of the family is still there, and I just love Vietnam.
It's on my list.
Huh? It's on your.
It's on my list
Bro, you got to.
because I have a friend, her mom. They go all the time,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she's like, when you go, let me know, and we have a house that you can stay at when you go.
Oh, that's
and
amazing.
I was like, I want to go, but the first thing I have to get is my passport. I need to.
You haven't got your passport?
Not yet, man. I need to get it because I want to travel. You
Yeah.
know, my thing was getting this house, buying this house, getting everything situated, getting a podcast going. I was trying to get a lot of things going that kept me from doing that. But now that
Right.
everything is situated, now I can go and
Right.
try to go see some of these places. We want to go to Virgin Islands first. That's where me and a couple friends want to go first, and then I'm gonna try to plan a trip next year to go somewhere, either Europe or somewhere.
I would say Southeast Asia, East Asia is so easy to travel now. Like, I know we just talked about you going to Japan. If you're in Japan, I think you're like a 5-hour flight away from Vietnam. And I mean, that would be such a good way to end your trip or begin it.
Japan is literally where I want to go. That's like that's on my list, like the top. My buddy David, who we had a podcast about him and his experiences over in Japan, made me and another friend who's on it as well want to go even more.
Yeah.
And he stayed there for I think 2.5 years. He was teaching out there, and then he just moved to Australia with his girlfriend that he met out there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But he's a traveler too. You know what I mean? When he was in Japan, he went to the Philippines.
Yeah.
He went to a couple other places too as well. So I'm definitely wanting to experience that too. But
yeah, it's really easy once you're there, because like the story the story that you just told, your friend going to Japan, meeting someone from Australia, that's a story I've heard before too, because the work visa in Australia is one of the easiest to get.
Really?
Yeah. And so a lot of people will go to Australia and stay for 6 months, because I think that's the work visa length, 6 months. You can stay as long as you find some type of job that will, because it's different from here, because in the US, for a work visa, the company has to sponsor you. But in Australia, I think it's different, because it costs the company nothing to hire you. And as long as you report a job to the government there, you can stay for 6 months. So a lot of people will go to Australia.
So do you have to like get that renewed every 6 months, I'm guessing?
Yeah. If you can, yeah. And I think, and same in Spain, but I think these countries do it in that way because their tax is so high. So it works out
Tax
for them.
where?
Like their tax.
In the other countries?
Yeah, like their tax in Australia and Spain is high.
But that makes in Australia and Spain.
Yeah, specifically.
Because what about in Japan? Is Japan tax high? Because I know that they do they do the universal health care out there in Japan too.
Yeah.
So is that a reason why tax was probably high? Because do they do that out there in Spain and Australia? I thought.
So for Spain and Australia specifically, because the economy wasn't growing as quick as they wanted to, they were more inviting to foreigners to come there and work. Japan, I think you still have to get sponsored. By a company.
If you're living out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and honestly,
or you're like on a visa with your like passport of visiting like a tourist, right?
Yeah. So with American passport, you get 90 days visa free. that law just changed. I think now it's $130, starting sometime in July
$130 for what?
for the 90-day visit.
Really?
Yes.
Whoa! That just changed because they were
Yeah.
having so many tourists come out there and was messing things up,
Yes.
or going places where they were not supposed to go,
Yeah.
trespassing and stuff.
Yes.
Photos and whatnot. I saw that.
Yeah.
So now that they have like a thing in place for tourists that they can only stay 90 days.
Yeah. So I mean, it's always been 90 days, but I think the visa is like free to $30. It's never been expensive. But another factor that contributes to, I think, the visa cost going up is the yen crashing. Japan's yen is on a spiral, and it's really, and like once you're there, you can kind of see how it creates hardship for people that do live there and run a business, because raising prices of food for them is not a thing. You can see prices of food that are consistent for 20 years in one restaurant. Like, that's why people say, like, once you get to Japan, everything, like, food is really cheap, but once it's getting there, that's expensive, and hotels are expensive.
Yeah.
But once you're there, the food's cheap because their culture doesn't raise prices on food.
So, and David had said something about that too. You know, like, they don't like to take tips.
No.
They want you to enjoy the food, and they're really big on that. And man, I gotta get out there, man.
Tipping culture is I think with certain things you do tip. I'm
maybe
not,
like at a hotel. I think maybe at a hotel. Maybe.
Yeah, like because to them, like, as long if they're providing you a service, they want to do it to the best of their ability, and it's like a pride thing.
Yeah.
But I do think that, like, when you book tours, and the tours are tip based, there's like a baseline, I think, for charge, and then you could tip on top of it. I think that's one of the few times I've seen a tip being asked. But what's crazy to me is, you know how Europeans have always had like a no tipping culture or whatever. Yeah. They're starting to do it in specifically Germany and Austria.
Yeah. Have you been there too?
Yes.
Oh my God, dude, you've been, man, this man been everywhere, and those are countries I want to go to.
Yeah.
Like, I call them like my second parents, my second P's or whatever. They were in the military. They were stationed in Germany, and they always talk about it all the time. That Germany was the best place they have ever been. The people are really nice. The scenery is beautiful. I mean, I've seen videos and stuff too, but yeah, man.
Surprisingly, like, it's way more beautiful than people think. Like, you have the Swiss Alps. Like, in Austria, you can see the Australian Alps, and I hiked that for the week I was there, and it was honestly one of the prettiest scenes I've seen. Even though, and I've seen a lot of, and I thought some of the scenes I saw in Vietnam were really nice, but something about seeing a snow-topped mountain and being able to hike it, and the air is fresh. You see the glacier water.
That's what I wanted to ask you. Like, how's the air?
Bro, it's amazing.
Like, when you go to these other countries, or you get off the plane, David had told me that you can tell from the first, like, the air, the food, like, everything is completely different than being here.
Yes, 100%. And as someone that's very honestly air sensitive, because I don't smoke and I don't vape or anything, like, I feel like my lungs are just more sensitive, because I can tell you, after I tell you this, I will tell you stories about how all the lungs infection I was fighting in
lungs
Asia.
Infection?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But so Austria, like Europe in general, they're very strict with environmental wellness. Just like in Germany, they pride themselves on the tap water being super drinkable, like, because it comes from the glaciers. And in Austria, I went to Innsbruck specifically. Innsbruck is a town where all the houses are by the river, and it's like a rainbow color. It's the most beautiful thing. So and there the tap water comes from the glaciers, and it does get filtered, and it does, like, they take out, like, harmful
like the minerals.
Yeah. Like, I think, but like it's safe to drink. Glacier water is super clear when you're walking across the river. But air is I think it's crispy. It's like a McDonald's Sprite. It's how I compare it to. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So what? Let me tell you. What we talked about East Asia.
Yeah.
And you've been where's some of the places that you have actually been when you in East Asia? Where all have you been?
Honestly, so in East Asia, this last trip, I will tell you the countries that I've spent more like longer than a weekend, because I feel like once I have a routine in the country, I can talk about it without sounding like
Mhm.
I'm just like passing through. Um, so Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, Malaysia, um, Singapore, Japan, Indonesia. And so that was I spent 4 months backpacking those countries. Spent most of my time in Thailand and Vietnam. But I will tell you, Indonesia is all up to the hype. It's the hype is real.
What about what? I don't. What would the hype be
So
in Indonesia? What do people
you,
say? Because I don't know.
okay, so
Yeah.
a lot of people, like, will go to Asia and they will just visit Indonesia and just stay there, because, like, especially, I'm sure you've heard about Bali.
Oh, Bali
Bali,
is in Indonesia.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So Bali, there's a reason why it's so hyped up. The scenery is amazing. The people are so nice.
So I know about Bali,
Yeah.
and that's on my list too, because I've seen
You
like
have a long
videos.
list, brother.
I've seen like
Yeah.
lists. I know I do. I have
Yeah.
a huge list of
No, you
places
got
I
to.
want to go.
Yeah.
Before I leave this place, before I leave this earth
Yes.
or whatnot.
Yes.
Kids getting older, so I will be able to travel again.
Yeah,
But these are
yeah.
all on my list of where I want to go. And if
Yes.
I can't, I would like to go with like friends or
Yeah.
somebody or a group or something. That's what I
Yeah.
want to do, to enjoy with people. But if people ain't got their money together and stuff, I'm just gonna go.
No,
You know?
I agree.
But
And I've never traveled with a group. I've always solo backpack, every country I've been to. Now, there's a caveat to that, because you do meet people when you travel,
Mhm.
and then it's really strange, because when you travel Southeast Asia, everyone kind of does the same route, because those routes are known and safe and easy to access. So there are people that I saw in Cambodia and never talked to them. Saw them again in South Thailand,
wow,
like after 3 weeks. It's so, and then I seen them again in Malaysia, but everyone kind of does the same routes.
that's kind of cool though.
Yeah, yeah, you do run into the same people over and over again.
So backpacking, how the premise of backpacking is you go to these countries and you're basically walking, taking trains, taking whatever you can to different cities, I guess, or towns or
Yeah.
whatnot, right?
Yeah, so I think back in the day,
Mhm.
before the time I backpack, how people usually backpack was they have their backpack and they go to a country, and they don't have like a plan. They don't have accommodations booked.
Yeah.
They don't have like real transportation, because now we have phones and it's super easy.
Yeah.
But I think the term backpacking is a bit romanticized in a way, because it
I would say
sounds
that
really
too.
cool. But
Yeah.
sometimes I do have my backpack, but I'm in a hotel.
Yeah.
I spend most of my time. I think now the modern day millennial Gen Z backpacking is you have your backpack and you check and you go into a hostel. And
Yeah.
I don't, have you ever?
I heard of Hostel, but
Okay.
I've seen the movie, and
Yeah.
so
I haven't seen the movie.
Oh, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to check that out. But
Hostel, yeah,
yeah,
check that
Hostel
out.
is so interesting.
I don't want to live in I don't want to be in a
No,
hostel
I
because
think
of the movie.
I think everyone should a few times, because some of the greatest friends I have now, like people that I travel with
Mhm.
or I talk to consistently, where I've flown to their country and I've stayed with them, I've met in hostels.
Well, and to your point on that, my friend Ron, he went to the Philippines,
Yeah.
right, for a trip, and they had met some people out there too.
Yeah.
Like you say, you meet people as you travel, and he had told me that he said they were so adamant of us coming to their house and staying with them, and they were
Yeah.
taking it as like disrespect if we didn't stay with them at all. And he was like, "Well, where I'm from, we don't just do that.
No,
just
no.
don't stay at people's house."
Yeah.
But he said he went to their house, filled it out, and they fed him.
Yeah.
They told him about different places and stuff. He ended up staying the night, and he said, "But that's the difference of culture.
Yes.
You might not be able to do that here
Yeah.
in the U.S., but out in another country, they view things a little bit differently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%. And that's a concept that I explain to my friends here, like, because I'll meet someone for one night. I'll meet like because in what a lot of times
No,
what
you're
I do when I travel is I'll start events This is amazing app. I honestly at this point, how much I'm promoting, I need to be the ambassador. It's called Nomad Table.
Okay.
Nomad Table. You can go on there. You can start events or join people's events, but the events can be just one person, two people. It can be for anything. So I'll start it like for example, when I'm in Vietnam, I start events of like food tours. I'll do food tours for free. Like I don't take tips. I don't do anything. I just want to educate people on my food culture and etiquettes at the table and the history of Vietnam, because a lot of people I feel like just pass through Vietnam because they can't communicate with locals. So I want to bridge that. So Nomad Table, every country I've been into, I've started or joined events on there.
That's pretty cool.
Since I found out about it.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But I mean, now technology, you have, Google Translate to help you out a lot now. You have all these different translation apps. So I think people probably would, hang out more in these different countries. I know I would, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to be asking all kind of questions, when I go out there.
Yeah.
But
I will say, like, not every country is receptive to communicating with you. So if you don't speak their language.
Yes, I understand that. I do understand that.
Yeah. Especially, I will say, I don't want to talk back about any country, but man, the only time I've ever been shoo away in my life for asking for direction was in France.
You say that, and people say people in France are rude. Like the French are rude. The country of love is what they say, but they say that if you don't speak French, you know what I mean. That they're very rude. They're really about you speaking their language, and if you don't, they do not want to help you. Is what I've heard. I've not personally dealt with it, but apparently you have.
Well, so in my I will say I have some really good friends that are French that I've met. But I didn't meet them in France, Yeah. And I think a lot of other countries you go to, when you try to speak their language, they appreciate it.
Yeah.
But something about the French not wanting you to butcher their beautiful, amazing language, they don't want you to try. So, I mean, knowing that, you should still learn few words.
To be able to get around.
Yeah, to get around. Not like get around, but just like say excuse me or like sorry or like hello or something. I do that for every country I've been. Like I try to. I'm in. That's
just being respectful for the place that you're in.
Right, but in France it was like, I mean, this was like me in a metro station with my Google Translate. Like I'm just asking for direction. Like he could just read it and then point to, because I was on the platform and you got to go left or right. He just needed to point left or right. My man just shooed me away.
Oh wow!
I was like, bro. But French people travel a lot, and when they travel to other countries, they always ask if you speak French or English or whatever. There's like stereotypes when you travel for certain groups of people.
Well, I want to go to France, but
you should.
I mean, when they when they had what was it, I guess the Olympics was in France last time. They said a lot of that went on.
I went right after the Olympics. That's when I was in France. And that was a good time to go because the streets were cleaned up. The river was clean.
Wasn't as busy and
and
packed.
I feel like you hear horror stories about like French streets being just like gross. But like coming from like Southeast Asia, like you can't gross me out with like streets. To be honest, like a gross street in France is probably like a nice street in Vietnam.
Wow. So we went on culture, food. Let's talk about food, man.
Yeah.
Tell me about the food.
Okay.
First, like, what's better? You think the food in the East Asia or Europe?
I will tell you, I lost 20 pounds traveling Europe for 1 month.
But I know why you did. I know why you did though, because they don't have all that crap that we have in our food, bro.
The food is just not that good.
The food's not good in Europe?
So there are a few...
Hold on, you saying you lost weight because you wouldn't eat the food?
Bro, I mean, I always lose weight when I travel, but in Europe specifically, I was just having a hard time, like, because their flavor profile is a lot more flat. And except for in Spain and Portugal, I would say.
Italy?
Italy's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, the food's amazing.
I ain't never heard
Yeah.
nobody say it wasn't. Yeah.
Specifically, the town I was in, Bolzano, Italy. It's like northern Italy. It borders Austria, kind of a little. Yeah, it borders Austria. So you can take a bus from Innsbruck to Bolzano, and when you're there, the food, northern Italy food is, I've heard, it's better than southern. Yeah, because something about the herbs being able to grow in like colder climates. But I haven't gone to southern Italy, so I can't make that comparison myself. But European food, it can't hold a candle to Southeast Asian food, bro.
I've just heard that it's a lot of it is like fresh. You know, like they make
Like
their
less
bread.
preservatives.
Their bread is fresh. They say like eating out here in the U.S., like you go to an Italian restaurant and you order like, you know, lasagna or spaghetti or something like that with bread and everything. You're so bloated after you eat it here in the U.S. versus you go out there and you eat the same portions.
Yeah.
You don't feel bloated. Like you can probably eat more if you wanted to as well out there. But that's just what I've heard.
Yeah. I would agree. I mean, because the way the European Union is set up, they cut out a lot of the preservatives that we have here.
Yes.
So I can see that being a thing, and I've heard also like some people that travel from other countries to Europe, especially America, they have stomach problems when they get there because their stomach's not used to the food being
healthy for you.
Yeah, like, or not as processed. Yeah, exactly. So, but personally, like I didn't have a lot of issues. And well, in France, I did. Something about French is to me the culinary fine dining capital of the world.
Yeah.
Should be. But when I was in Paris, I just had a really hard time enjoying the food because for them it's about the ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
It's about letting the ingredients shine. But to me, coming from Southeast Asia, it's how you work the ingredients. So, and I was having I needed some salt and pepper with a lot of the French dish I had, but it was just not there. By week 2, I was just dying for a bowl of pho, bro. Dying. Yeah.
So, did you have any cultural shocks at all? Was anywhere you went was a cultural shock?
So, I think initially when even around Vietnam, traveling Vietnam, I had probably the biggest culture shock, even till now, because Vietnam has, I think, 54 different ethnic groups. So,
50, you said 54 ethnic groups?
Ethnic groups, yeah. 54 different types of people that live, and a lot of them speak different languages, different dialects.
Wow.
Some regions you go to in Vietnam, I speak Vietnamese fluently. I don't know what they're saying. And there's no Google Translate.
For that.
Yeah, because there's the main language of Vietnamese on Google Translate, but there's nothing else for those ethnic groups. Yeah. So that's the biggest culture shock I've had. And I think the second biggest, maybe it was because I was coming from countries where life was a lot more loose.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as strict. Japan, actually. Everyone is orderly. Coming from Malaysia, coming from Thailand, Cambodia.
What do you mean by orderly?
No talking on the train. I don't know you've been on
yeah. David told me about that.
Yes.
He did tell me about they don't like you talking on the train, don't like you being on the phone on the train either.
No. And the craziest part was the only times I've ever heard people being loud on the train were Vietnamese people. Because I was like, who is talking so loud? And then like I start listening. I'm like, they're speaking Vietnamese. I'm like, damn, my people. Because a lot of Vietnamese people travel to Japan for work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's closer and it's easier for Vietnamese people to get a work visa there.
Let me ask you this. It's a little off topic. We'll go back to the culture stuff again. But what I heard about Japan is a lot of the young people there are moving out. And it's like you were talking about the yen. There's an issue with their yen or whatnot. But they said there's a lot of empty and vacant homes out there on some of the other islands over there too as well. That only like the older people are still there, but they're having a hard time keeping people to stay in Japan. Is that true?
I think it's yes. I think it's really job and opportunity related. Not strictly because the yen is crashing. This has been a thing for a long time. Like as you know, the Japanese population is going down. They have more old people than young people.
Really?
Yeah. And the government do a lot of things to try to promote it. Like they give you money for having a kid. They, if you're a foreigner, they give you money for having a kid with Japanese people, and like they'll give you funding to buy a house. I'm not sure how much more of what I just said was relevant because this was something I saw like years ago.
Yeah.
But when you're in a city like Tokyo, opportunities are everywhere. Because how the work culture works over there is, once a company hires you, they don't fire you. Not like here, like you're not like you could get fired the next day or next week or in 10 years. They typically don't fire you. They just don't promote you, and they just give you positions and less work until like you feel like you're not worth anything.
Wow.
Yeah. Maybe David could tell you more about that. But yeah, like typically like that's
he told me that they do like he said one thing about Japanese people is they work themselves to death.
Yes.
Like sometimes they don't take vacation.
Yeah.
He said he's met people that said they haven't took a vacation in 10 years.
It's insane. It's insane. And like the suicide rate is super high there as well.
I heard about that too.
Yeah.
You would think because they're the capital of JDMs, of these cars, these, you know, that everybody loves to this day.
Yeah.
That they would be making a killing as a country, or as, you know, I know it's the companies, you know, Toyota, Mitsubishi, I mean, all these Honda, all these places that they would be, because everybody loves the JDMs. Why would you remanufacture these cars to sell to these other countries that people love?
Well, I'm not sure why that is, but you know, Japan is one of the richest countries in Asia.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's just behind China and Singapore.
So they do have money.
They have so much money.
It's just being able to keep people there.
Yeah,
and I'll move tomorrow, bro.
No, I really think because the work culture is so crazy, people don't have time for love. People don't have time for relationships.
Wow.
Like cheating is promoted there.
What?
Like in relationships, yeah. It's not promoted, but it's tolerated. Like it's okay to cheat.
Like women and men will let their spouses cheat on them.
Especially the men will cheat, and the women are okay with it because to them, it's as long as there's no love or relationship involved, it's just like
it's just like he was outlet. Just getting a fix, basically.
Exactly. And like you see the work culture thing almost immediately when you get to the airport, because have you ever seen a TSA agent falling asleep while they're working?
No.
Like some people checking your ID. Immediately when you step off the plane to go to Japan, you see agents sitting there like nodding off. But like to them, they are like their mindset is so crazy with the work thing. To them, they are. It's like a good thing that they're falling asleep because they're working themselves so hard. They're falling asleep at work, so they don't get in trouble for that. Like people see that, it's like this guy's working so hard, sleeping at work. But here you fall asleep at work,
you get fired.
Especially doing a job like TSA.
Yeah. Exactly. You're getting fired. You're getting written up.
Yeah, I think another crazy thing in Japan that not crazy because I'm used to it now, but no trash cans, no public trash cans anywhere.
Really?
Yes.
I know they say they keep their streets super clean too. You know?
No public trash can because of a terrorist incident.
Really? So they can't put any like bombs or anything in the trash can, so they're not on the streets anywhere?
So I think we would have to look this up because I can't remember. I can't tell you the exact date, but I think back in like 1990 or 80, there was a terrorist event where the terrorists were putting gas bombs inside trash cans, inside metro stations, and on public streets, and detonated it at the same time, and a lot of people, I think, died and like got injured. So now Japan has no public trash cans.
So you mean like public, like as in outside or like in restaurant, like stores and stuff too?
You have to carry your trash. You have to take your trash back to the hotel. Like in private areas.
Hold on. You said you have to take like a bag and you have to take your trash with you. Carry your trash with you.
I had a tote bag that if I knew I was going to be eating a lot of 7-Elevens and Lawson and Family Mart, yeah, that was the trash bag. Yeah,
because there was none like on the street, no like dumpster like here in the U.S. that you could actually like just throw it in. Wow.
Like, so some 7-Elevens, some like convenience stores will have the trash can, like will have an eating area and they'll have a place where you put the trash. Most of them don't. So if you're buying something off the street, even like if you're buying something from a street vendor,
Mhm.
like that has, like just random, it's like some snacks or something, you have to take the wrapper with you. Like cigarettes are the same way. Like you have to take everything with you.
So you're smoking a cigarette and you're done.
Take it with you.
You and then you
Yeah.
take it with you. Put
And
it
they-
like in a
and
little
they-
Ziploc
yeah,
bag
and
or
they
something.
don't allow you to smoke in public. So it's like,
You can't smoke in public?
no.
Like at a park or anything, like on the street or anything. You don't smoke. Oh, just like at, would say like what, a bar or like
People
a
do
club
it.
or something. But people do,
Yeah,
but it's
people
not.
do it.
They're not supposed to.
Yeah. Another thing is like walking and eating. Now,
What?
Now, now that I've been there, locals do it, and it's like a thing that like people made up for tourists. But even now, when you go online, you look up like etiquettes in Japan.
Mhm.
Almost everyone will tell you don't eat and walk at the same time. Like if you buy something from 7-Eleven, you have to stand there, eat it, finish it, take the trash with you, and then walk away. And for like the first week, that's what I was doing. And then eventually, like I've seen so many like locals do, and I asked, I was like, "Is this like an actual thing?" They're like, "No, not anymore, at least."
Mm.
Yeah. So
Time
time. Yeah.
changes in time.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's wild,
Exactly. Yeah.
man. So I want to talk to you again about the traveling aspect. Did you ever go and like when you were backpacking? Did you ever like stay outside anywhere, like camp anywhere?
I've never intentionally stayed
Yeah.
outside. It's more like if a train got canceled, a flight got canceled, then I'll sleep at the airport. I'll sleep at this train station. I'll sleep at a ferry dock, but it's never like I'm gonna camp out here on the grass.
Yeah.
There may be one time in Madrid where I was in between accommodation because something happened with the last night. It got canceled, and my train wasn't leaving until the next day. And I was out in this park with my stuff, and I was like, "This might be a good spot to sleep in for the night." But then I realized that I don't want rats eating my face. I'm sleeping.
Rats
Like,
eating your face is crazy.
Yeah, I know. But never intentionally. It's always, and those days are like the most fun because I'll meet people that are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
They missed their flight or not missed, but like their train got canceled as well. And we all just have like a little group. I open my inflatable pillow, my portable blanket, and I'm good.
So would you say traveling is a must? Get out of the country, go see something new, experience things. Would you say that is a must for everybody? Should at least do it at least one time? I'm not saying like as much as you did it, but you should go and see another place.
Yeah, I think in general, yes, eventually everyone I think should travel because if you talk to any old person that are retired and you ask them what's something that they wish they've done more in
Mhm.
life, it's work less and go travel more. But I think you have to be ready for it.
Yeah.
Because traveling when you have obligations at home and when you have things at home that are bogging your mind down, it's not that fun. Like this last trip, there was some family stuff that was going on for me, and honestly, it made the trip not that enjoyable.
Because you're still thinking about the other stuff, right?
I was constantly thinking
Yeah.
about that stuff. It's really hard to be in literal paradise.
Mhm.
Like this was when I was in an island in Cambodia, and just sitting on the beach where the sand feels like baby powder. The water is so blue and warm and clear, and my mind was just on that one thing
Wow.
with my family stuff.
And that's what I think I'm more afraid of.
Yeah.
Of, like, I feel like, I think failure is a big thing that a lot of people, think about so much. You know what I mean? Like, am I really able to do this? Let me pay for this trip. Let me go do it. But I don't want to come back to a whole bunch of bills and obligations. So that's my thing, that blows my mind up,
Yeah.
So I always try to get things situated for me to be able to do it,
Yes.
But even if I do go on this trip, I'm going to try to enjoy it. But at the same time, I'm thinking, I'd probably be thinking about the first time I go, I'd probably be thinking about like, let me get back, let me get settled in, let me make sure all the bills is paid and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
So I want to get to the point where I'm not.
Yeah.
And
I think that's the privilege that I have that not a lot of people do, and that's why I don't take traveling for granted.
Yeah.
Like how I travel is how not 99% of people travel. Because how I travel is I travel off investments I've made, and then that have dividends or some type of ROI that funds my travel. But most people, I think this is a good topic because this is most people will travel in, I think, 3 or 4 different ways.
Yeah.
They either work for 3 or 4 months at a time, then travel for the next 5, using the money they made to travel Southeast Asia or like backpack, somewhere that's cheap. 2, they take a volunteering job in that country and they do work throughout the day, and they have a place to live and some food to eat.
Because that place provides them a place to stay for them volunteering, right?
Yes. People volunteer at hostels, so they have a place to stay, and they live off just convenience store food. Some people take teaching jobs. This is what I see the most.
Yeah, that's what my friend David did.
Yes. So most of the I will say like backpacking Asia, or and honestly, I'm gonna say specifically for Southeast Asia, it's not as expensive as people think, and people because I think the idea we have of traveling is more vacation like in the U.S. You book a all inclusive resort, you stay there for a week or 2, or for a week, and then that's $5,000 gone. You fly back, and then now you wait till the next year.
Yeah.
And with that $5,000, honestly, you can travel Asia for at least 3 months.
Yeah, and that's what I've heard too, man. Like the money,
months, yeah.
Like so what Ron told me when he went to the Philippines. I said I'll take like $2,000. He said you don't need it.
No.
He said I took $2,000 and he said I maybe spent $500.
Yeah,
and that's on eating, living and hotels and stuff.
Yeah,
and then just traveling on excursions that he went on, like on the boats and stuff. He said I spent maybe $500.
Yeah. Like it's really.
He said, like you said before, it's really just getting there.
Yes.
The flight is what costs the most, and then when you get there, you're pretty much good to go.
Yeah, your meals are less than $5 most of the time, and if you can find local food places like in Indonesia, there are warongs, which is like family owned restaurants. They're called warongs, and you can get a meal for 30 cents.
30 cents.
30 cents.
Wow.
Which is unheard of here.
Yeah.
What can you get for like a packet of sauce at McDonald's? Not even, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
They charge you 30, 35 cents for an extra package. Exactly. You're right.
Yeah. Like, but like that's why people romanticize that life.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, it's not the happiest thing to do. Like knowing that you have to go back.
Yeah.
Like knowing that like there's not like a way for you to just to stay. Like
yeah.
Your money, like your it's cheap,
withdrawals.
But it's not free.
That's what they call it. Withdrawals.
Yeah, withdrawals. Like the vacation blues. Yeah.
My friend Josh, another Josh, but he went recently with like some friends of his to Japan, and when he came back, he was sad, man.
Yeah.
He was literally sad. He's like, man, I'm having withdrawals.
Yeah.
I miss it. Like I literally having Japan withdrawals. And I know like as soon as I go, I am too, because like I feel like anime is a big thing, in the world. It's the capital, man.
Yeah.
You want to go to these like places that are animated out and stuff. You're not going to get that here in the U.S. at all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna geek out on that. I mean, the car scene, because what David has told me, he says as much as we like the JDMs out there in Japan and stuff, the GTRs, all these other cars, the RX-7s and whatnot that they have out there, Eclipses or whatnot. But he said that they like muscle cars.
Yeah.
Like you'll see somebody out there with a Mustang or a Dodge Charger or something, and how we like their cars, they like our cars. You see like a Jeep.
Yeah. I think it was more like a unique thing, because a lot of people have JDMs.
Out there,
yeah.
Nice JDMs, brother. They didn't even.
I will say like, I shouldn't even say a lot, because I think there's like a limitation on the modification you can do. So not everyone can drive like them around like consistently. So I did see a ton, but cars in Japan are just smaller.
Yeah,
because then parking spaces are like scarce. So most of the cars are smaller. So having like I can't imagine a Ford Raptor driving around the street in Japan. That'd be insane to me, bro. Like
that big of a vehicle, yeah.
Like like the trucks we have in Oklahoma, lifted, yeah, bro. That would take up 4 lanes there, probably. It's insane.
Oh man,
yeah.
I want to import a car, man. It's just that you got to pay that fee for coming out here, because what I would buy, like if I wanted let's say I wanted an R34.
Yeah, GTR. R34, R33, yeah.
Out there, $20,000. maybe 30 grand, maybe
Here you're
just
touching
because
like 80, huh?
here
Yeah.
you're touching 80 to 100 grand
Yeah.
just for those cars.
Yeah.
And then you can import them and maybe pay 50 because you pay for the car, then you
Yeah.
pay for the import fee, the delivery fee and all that's
Yeah.
like 40 to 50K.
Yeah.
And like sometimes I'd be like, man, I be wanting to do it, man.
I think now you can. I think the R34s now you can get it for cheaper because
Out there though,
No, I think because the 25 years is up.
that makes them worth more here in the US though.
Really?
Yeah, because it's a 20-year-old car and now it's able now. Like before, you couldn't get them here.
Well, no, because so how I understand it is because back then when
Mhm.
you import like a R34, you have to modify it to meet emissions and move the steering wheel to the right hand side here. That's why it costs more. But because now there's like I think after 25 years you can import cars and not have to do any of those modifications. I think it's cheaper. I'm not sure,
I knew about
Yeah.
I knew about the emissions thing,
Yeah.
but even if I thought it was just 25 years and like that part of you, then they can be over here. But because they're able to come over here, the price goes up in the US because they're able to get now.
Yeah.
Versus you importing them,
Yeah.
you know, in a legal way or getting them over here somehow and you
Yeah.
just having it.
Yeah.
You know, but now that you can do it the legal way and get it here, they're worth more. Like anywhere I've ever seen one, like at a dealership or something, 80, like you said, 80 to 100K for a Supra,
Yeah.
a left driving side Supra.
Yeah.
You know,
Honestly,
or
like,
right side driving side Supra.
JDMs hold their value so well. So like even the S2000s, the Honda S2000.
I told myself I'm not buying another new. Like I have a Infinity right now, Q60.
Yeah.
It's the last new car I'm going to buy.
Yeah.
I don't want to buy any more.
My first car was a G35.
G35. See, I'm a big Nissan guy. I like Nissans and all, but that was like my gift to myself. But after buying that car, I was like, man, I wasted so much money buying that car. I could have just got something else. So I won't buy any more new cars.
I don't think it's worth it, especially in Oklahoma.
No.
With the hail and stuff and the weather.
Tell
here
me
is,
about
like,
it.
Crazy.
Because I had to.
Bro.
I got caught in the hell 2 years ago, man.
No, exactly. 2 years ago, we had to replace 4 cars.
4?
4.
I didn't have to replace mine. They fixed it, but it was over 10K worth of hail damage.
Yeah, no.
Had to get a new hood. They had to get the dents out the top, but
yeah,
I was like, yeah, never again.
I had just bought a brand new like G70, like Genesis G70, less than 11,000 miles on it, and
the hail totaled it out.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. It was nuts, bro. So I told myself again, never. And like now I'm in the process of looking for a motorcycle because like motorcycle I can like when I'm away, I'm so fearful about the thunders, like the hail damage. About with my cars, I'm like, I'm not home to like take care of that. Like move it inside the house or like move it somewhere.
You keep you like where you live, you don't have a garage?
Because like we have 4 cars total. It's really it's like moving in and out of the garage and like cars being behind is.
You guys have like a everything in the driveway?
HOA, bro.
No. Oh, HOA.
Yeah.
I get you.
Them, bro.
HOA get you.
Yeah.
So when I was looking for like a house or when I built this one, the one we're in, but when I was looking like in areas, that's what I was looking for, making sure they have no HOA, that I had to keep my grass cut at this certain time, and like I hate it.
Insane.
Like
no, it's dumb.
I hate HOAs.
Like paying for your house and people tell you have to live in it. It's crazy to me.
I can't do these additions to my house because of the HOA.
The roof has to be a certain color. It's insane. So let me ask you something. So if there was one country you can go to tomorrow, like no obligations home, no budget, where would you go and how long would you stay?
Japan. And I would want to stay for at least 3 weeks.
Yeah.
To get an actual like feel for it. Like staying in a place for a week is not good for me. Staying away at 2 weeks is barely, but 21 days, 21 days. Because when I get there, I'm gonna be jet lagged. I'm probably just gonna try to go get something to eat and then come back home and relax.
Yeah, and
then like really realize that I'm here. Like I'm here the next day. Like let me go to sleep and wake up. Am I really here?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then start like enjoying yourself. You know.
Yeah.
So Japan would be the place that I would want to go the most.
Are there certain cities that you want to visit in Japan?
So because of what David had told me, he had stayed in Sapporo. But I mean, I'd probably want to do the way he did it. Yeah. Like he when he came, he went to Tokyo. He was in Tokyo for like 2 days, you know, when he got there, just to see
Mhm.
like how Tokyo is. I
Yeah.
probably try to find some type of car place that's in Tokyo to just go
Yeah.
see like a get together or something like that. But I do want to experience like the culture.
Yeah.
I do want to experience like the food. I do want to go see the sceneries.
Yes.
I want to try to get me some type of sword. I know it's not going to be real, but I
You
want
should
to.
get a real one.
Well, he told me that, but you know me, I'll use my whole credit card to get one like professionally made, old style. But he told me they don't do that for foreigners. But I
Yeah.
can go and like to a place and they can make me like a blade with like my family
Like
crest
full
or
tang,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, like the full katana with
Yeah.
like the dagger. I would want something like that.
Yeah.
Ship it to me, whatever it costs. It's
Yeah.
coming to the house, whatever. I would want to do that too. But like culture is the main thing. I would want to go see plays. I'd want to
Yeah.
go see, you know, some of these legendary
The
places
shrines, bro.
when exactly the
Yeah.
shrines and temples.
Yeah.
There's that place. I don't know what it's called, but there's a place where the river is like completely like a Kelly green, like all the water. But it's because of the ecosystem, like the grass and the soil makes that water completely green. There's can I think of the name of it?
I think I know what you're talking about.
And then the anime stuff, bro.
Anime stuff.
I want
Honestly, I'm big in anime as well. But when you're there, you're not thinking about the anime. You're thinking about all the like the scenery is nuts.
Me too.
Like you feel like you're in
So-
the anime.
So
Yeah.
I'm a big history guy. I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
history. I think that's why I like culture a lot, to see other like people's other nationalities' culture. I'm interested in that. You
Yeah.
know, why you do this? Like, you know, that's me. But I think I would embrace it all, man. Like
Yeah.
I really would. So Japan's number one for me. Second would probably be going to like Africa, going because I've never been. My sister's been.
Yeah.
She's been. I have never been. That'd probably be my second place.
Yeah. I think I'm going to Africa at the end of the year. My friend, he's Cameroonian. They just built a house there. So like I told him like if I go to Africa with you, you gotta take me to more than just Cameroon.
Yeah.
We gotta go to Nigeria. We gotta go.
So, but what I was told, you have to be careful because
Yeah.
everything's not great over there, especially
No.
in like Nigeria. Because I like the people who I work with, Nigerian too. I'm Nigerian myself.
Yeah.
But they said this ain't the time to go over there right now
Because of civil unrest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do want to go and see like the countries though, and just enjoy
Yeah.
it and embrace it. You know,
Yeah.
a friend of mine who went, he told me he told me when he got there it was amazing. But the people you meet that are from there that are visiting the U.S.,
Yeah.
man, they make you smile so much talking about that country. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like I mean, literally, like they're like, you got to go.
Yeah.
And not just go to like Lagos or anything when you go to Nigeria. You have to go to like you have to go to where your people are from. Because I'm
Mhm.
Igbo, so they say you have to go to the tribe. You have to go there and see it and let them embrace you. You know, and I was like, bro, this got all the magic, got all the feelings coming out, man. I'm over here, chill bumps coming and whatnot when they're talking to you, and these guys are like passionate about it. You have to go.
Yeah.
You have to go. This is great. U.S. is
You need those kind of people.
But
The people that like hang on to the culture and like,
Exactly,
spread it,
man.
man. Like and my Cameroon friend just married a Nigerian girl.
mm,
So their wedding, because I don't know how it is in your tribe, but with her tribe, you have to go to her village for the wedding, like where she's from.
So I'm
Yeah.
not cultured in it.
Yeah.
I just know I'm
Yeah,
Igbo. You know, I've
Yeah.
never been.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I've never been ever. My sister went
Yeah.
when she was little, but I'd like to go. I have friends. You know, you grow up in the U.S. You have friends that are African too, or
Yeah.
Nigerian too as well, and you know their mother and father are from there.
Yes.
You know, and they just grew up in the States. You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like the African population here is so much bigger than I thought.
Yeah.
Like it's so much
yeah.
bigger than I expected. I went to a cookout for 4th of July. I walked into the park by Hefner. I was just like, "What the yo?" I'm a minority right now. I'm the only person that is that's not white, or that's not African. Sorry.
So best food,
Best food, Vietnam.
hands down.
And I'm not even trying to be biased. Like I think because Vietnam, the climate changes so much as you go up and down. Because Vietnam the country's not wide; it's long. So, sorry.
So Vietnam over the Philippines too?
Vietnam, haven't been to the Philippines,
Oh, you haven't been.
but Vietnam over. Honestly, bro, this is a hot take, and I'm gonna
Okay.
get some heat. I think Thai food is so overrated. Thai food,
Mm.
I love eating Thai food.
Me
here.
too. Me too.
Love it. And I spent almost a month in Thailand. And when the whole time I was there, their flavor profile is so repetitive.
Yeah.
Fried lemongrass basil, fried lemongrass basil. Most food I had was fried, had lemongrass and basil. And here, like once in a while, you go get pasille, you go get some tom yum, some
Yeah.
tom kha, and those flavors are nice. Some pad thai, like those flavors are good. You eat those flavors for a month straight, 2 weeks in, you're like, I need something different.
Different, yeah.
Yeah.
But Vietnam is different.
Vietnam, the food variety, and people that have backpacked Southeast Asia will tell you the same thing, because there's so much variety and the food's fresh. Like, I had some stomach issues in Thailand and Malaysia because the food is always fried or like cooked in oil or stir fried. Some type of
Was that not the air thing you was about to tell me about?
Oh no. So twice now in the Southeast Asia, I've had an upper respiratory infection because of the air pollution in Cambodia and Vietnam and Thailand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because so there's a city in Vietnam that was ranked like the most polluted air in the world like several years in a row. It's so bad.
And they're not doing nothing about it.
I don't know what they can do about it, to be honest.
Too late.
Yeah, the government I don't think cares. But in Cambodia, they burn trash. Like that's not like a system where the government
they don't do it responsibly. They just burn it.
Especially the islands. It's so sad because like you wake up and the whole island is foggy, and you're like, in your mind you think it's fog, but like you breathe in the air and it's burning plastic. Same thing in same thing in Thailand, especially in northern Thailand. They have this thing called burning season, and burning season is when farmers burn their old crops, and it makes the whole honestly most of North Thailand like air unbreathable. Like if you're sensitive to those things, I would highly recommend not staying too long in those areas, especially like Cambodia.
Wow.
But Cambodia is one, I think, outside of Vietnam, Indonesia, Cambodia is probably my other favorite country to visit because I'm part Cambodian as well.
What was most memorable moment you had up there? Man. 1, 2, 3. Name the top 1, 2, and 3 most memorable moments you had of being overseas. Not even East Asia, but even in Europe in general.
This one, man, I remember. I think the one that hit me the hardest was the first time I backpacked Vietnam, and I had gone to this like this small town in the mountain area. So the main city is Sapa, but I had gone deeper in the villages to stay with people. And I remember waking up one morning just really early because Vietnamese people they wake like they're morning people. So and I'm just like looking at how people go about their day. Just life is simple. No one's playing on their phone. You don't hear music blasting. You look out, you see the mountain like fogging up and like the fogging starting to clear, and like kids running around just like no iPads, no phone in hand. And I was just like, man, like I think that was one of the few times I cried.
Wow.
Like while traveling. And it's hard to envision just me talking about it, but when you come from a life in the US where like it's like just constantly consumerism of like electronics and whatnot, it brings you back into a place where like it's much more present.
Yeah.
And I think it's really hard for me to pick like favorite memories, but because I feel like as a human being, your dopamine only peaks at a certain level.
Yeah.
I will say some of my favorite memories was recently we're in Cambodia. It was me, this girl Chenga, shout out to Chenga, she's from Germany, and Stephen from Philippines. It was just the three of us laying in the ocean in the middle of the night. And the only thing that was lit up was the moon, and we were just laying on our back, singing, like holding hands, just like floating, and like you can almost see the Milky Way, like it's so clear. And I just remember like, man, like this is when I was still dealing with stuff at home, but like in that moment, like my mind
was
just cleared
perfect.
up. Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah. Every other memory, I feel like it's kind of near each other because you meet people, you hang out with them, and like traveling. That's for me. That's what it's about. I have
Yeah.
this like little journal that strangers write in, like little notes or whatever, and like sometimes I sit in my bed and I read through it, and then it just brings back like
Memories.
memories.
So you don't even know what they're writing. You just have them write something.
They write, yeah. So a lot of them are not in English.
Oh,
So
really? So then you have
yeah,
to go and like translate it
translate it.
yourself.
Yeah,
That makes it even better because it's like
yeah,
a
so much more
surprise.
special.
It's like
Yeah,
a gift.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I love reading like every flight home on the plane. That's the first thing I'm reading. Just like
Wow.
people's notes to me, or like just in general. Like I'll tell them write whatever
They
life
probably give you
advice or
good
whatever.
like life advice,
Yeah,
quotes,
some
and
quotes
stuff. Yeah.
exactly. It's always some quotes, but it's always some highlights of memories we had together, and man, so
And you can go back. You can go back and read that at any time and just reminisce and there you go. There's that memory popping up.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
saw your Instagram, man. You have some phenomenal photos of
Thank
where
you,
you've
brother.
been, dude. Like
Thank you.
I'm just like, dude, I have to travel. Like, even so when I seen that, but just doing this podcast here on this makes me want to do it even more.
I hope that's one of the things that I not leave behind, but motivate people to do.
Yeah.
Is to travel because I don't want to speak from a place of privilege to where like I'm saying like, oh, everyone should just get up and travel, like leave everything behind, because I know not everyone can do that. But I hope that everyone kind of work towards it.
Yeah.
At some point, even if it's a small trip. Like I'll tell my friends recently, like a lot of them hit me up and like, how do you do this for like months on end? How do you travel? Like it costs a lot. One, it costs a lot less than you think.
Yeah.
And two, like don't diminish your experience. Like even traveling to another state, as long as you see something new, you try something new, you talk to some new people, and you had a good time, like that's enough.
Yeah.
And then you scale up, and then eventually, like, because I've always been afraid of traveling when I was younger. Because when you grow up in a family where no one travels, you don't think about it. Like I've spent a lot of my early 20s working to fucking death, bro. Like so now I know what that is like. I will never go back because even now, like if I have to live on minimums, I'll do it so I can travel more.
Do you think a lot of people? I'm included in this too. You think a lot of people are just so used to their comfort, their like comfort zone, and not going to these places? Because I'll be honest with you, I go to another place. The thing I worry about the most is like not knowing the bad areas not to go to, or just not being comfortable by yourself in a new place. You ever go to like you go and meet somebody and it's just you meeting them and you're just kind of standing there and you're like, I don't know where this person is. That's what it's going to be like when you go and travel. Everything's new. Everything is fresh. Everything's new. So I would say what you were saying before, like you scale up, go to the States, then go to, another country, work your way up to that.
Yeah. But I feel like the best part about the traveling is meeting people from completely different backgrounds and then relating to them in some type of way. Like that's why I do those events. Like even in Vietnam, like there was a group that followed me around for like 2 weeks because like we all just like clicked so well, and everyone like it was around my birthday, and I think it was 7 people singing 7 different languages, happy birthday in 7 languages at the same time, and that was my first time experiencing that. But like cool. That's like a crazy like memory. Like not how many people in life will get to experience that. But like you don't get those things until you put yourself in that uncomfortable situation.
Exactly.
And it's not always uncomfortable. Like people are so welcoming. People are so like people want to get to know you out of curiosity. People that tell you that this place is dangerous, that place you shouldn't travel to, those people have never been there. That's where you hear a lot of it. And like, of course, there are places in the world where it's definitely dangerous. I'm not going to Yemen and just walking around the street vlogging, but like Cambodia, I wasn't so nervous to go to because like I kept hearing about how people were kidnapping tourists. There was because they have like a small war going on with Thailand right now, and like to where the buses don't even run anymore across the border. You have to fly to Thailand from Cambodia. You can't take a bus anymore. But when I was in Cambodia, there were some of the best hospitality I received in Southeast Asia. They I don't know if you know, but they had a genocide. Not that long ago. Like I think 50 years ago, where a quarter of the population was murdered.
Cambodia.
Yeah, in Cambodia. So
Wow.
they killed off their educated and working class, pretty much, from the Pol Pot, the communist guy. And yeah, like they're recovering as a country, but and like Cambodia is poor. When you go there,
Yeah.
like you can feel it. Like that's where a lot of meals with 20, 30 cents in a nice restaurant. You know? It's like, but when you're there, it makes you
Appreciate the things that you have.
and realize you don't need it.
Yeah.
For first time I backpack, I brought so much shit, bro. Like I think it was 2 backpacks worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, like but now like I'm good with the 35 liter, like 3 shirts, you know, some pants, socks, like just the essentials, and
Yeah.
whatever I need, I'll buy.
Yeah. When you're out there.
Yeah, like people here, like
People overpack.
yeah, people
Overbring stuff.
I still overpack somewhat because you know I still want to be prepared.
Yeah.
And it's hard to travel with camera stuff and not think about packing, you know, like extra stuff for the camera. But
I mean, for me,
yeah,
if I was to take my camera, I'd probably take like just 2 lenses.
2 lenses.
Yeah.
2 lenses, your camera is half the backpack, bro.
Not really.
You don't think about that, but like if I bring you my backpack that I travel with,
Is it
and you
huge?
put it's a 45 liter, so like the North Face Search that you have out there,
Yeah.
it's a little bit bigger than that. So think about all your clothes,
Oh,
toiletries,
wow. And your
camera. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like people like you inherently overpack. You don't think about it. You said
Yeah.
2 lenses. Like I wouldn't. I'm more about just bringing the camera.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I
like
would just take that.
that's huge.
Yeah.
And
I know.
and you
with
think
that
this
lens.
is going to be useful, but you would not walk around the street with this.
With that, yeah, probably not. It'd probably be like one of my smaller
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah,
To be honest with you, I wouldn't probably.
that's
take
the
a
thing.
full
Like you
frame.
learn these things
Yeah.
as you travel. Like you learn what to take with you. And now, like I bring one camera. I bring like an action camera, and if I need to take good pictures, I'll use my phone.
Yeah.
It's always there, and I'm not worrying about if someone's going to snatch my bag because they see the camera. This is someone's 3 month salary there.
That's you're right. You're right. Thank you
Yeah.
for telling me that because I wouldn't be bringing that. I'd probably be bringing like a DJI, my Pocket Pro or something.
Yeah, that's why I had. That's Osmo Pocket 3 was what I carried the first time. Now I just carry the Action 6. Like that's enough. But nah, you learn these things as you go. Like less and less. Less is more because there's space for you to bring stuff home.
Yeah.
So
Would you change anything that you've done in your experiences on these travels? Would you change anything that you've actually done?
I used to think like I would. I used to think like, oh, I should have gone to this place, that place, stay longer here, spend less time there. But amo fati. That's a Greek saying. Everything that you do is a part of your plot. Like it's how it's played out, and places that I thought I shouldn't have gone to, and I ended up going to. I met amazing people, made the best memories. Like Indonesia, I was supposed to go to Hong Kong and Taiwan instead, but I was like, man, if I go to Southeast Asia and I don't go to Indonesia, like it's gonna be like I will probably, you know, regret it a little bit. So I changed plans literally last minute, the day before. Like cancel my flight to Taiwan, like book my flight to Indonesia, and like it ended up being my favorite country outside of Vietnam.
Indonesia.
Yes, like everything is part of it. Like I truly believe that now because I think here like we are so worried about making the wrong decision.
Yeah.
Like make a decision and then make it the right decision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
you learn from it. I feel like you the chances you take, you have to experience it. You have to go through it to learn. You know what I mean? Like
yes.
a lot of what failures even, things that I've tried or done, I failed at, things that I've given a chance on, like me feeling bad about starting this, even just to start the podcast, you know what I mean, was a big chance I took. Equipment, all this, the mics and everything, getting all that together. That was a big chance to take on spending
Honestly.
To start it.
Look, you don't think how much this stuff costs, but it's costs. It's a bag.
It is,
It's a bag.
but after all this that I've purchased, I would do it again because of what I've made of it.
Yes.
The experiences I've had, the people I've had on the podcast, man. Like meeting somebody like you, man, like out of nowhere from at work, and then it turned into this.
Too, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I love that I have the podcast for just that in general. Just to invite people over to have great conversations with, get to know things, and people who listen to this might go take a trip just based off of this podcast, man. Might go to some of these places that you're talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's the problem these days. Like people don't talk enough. People don't communicate enough, and communication is highly undervalued.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if the world communicate more, that's another reason why I travel is to get as many perspectives as possible to be a more well-rounded person. And that can only be done through experiencing culture and talking to people. So I think that's part of why, like, my friend and I had done our own podcast.
Yeah.
Because it's important. It's really important to talk to people, talk to each other, talk to yourself.
Mm-hmm. I think so. Yeah. I think conversation is a big thing. I value it.
Yes.
I value being able to get with a group of people or friends when we're even out doing stuff and just conversate.
Yeah.
Ask how our day is. How are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Laugh, joke around without having our phones out all the time.
It's not a thing here. Like I think that's what I miss the most about like places like Southeast Asia and even like Spain and Portugal, because socializing is a part of everyday life. Even like somewhere like in France where people aren't the most friendly to tourists, but like the culture there is like you spend like in France, Italy, you spend a minimum 3 hours at dinner. Like you sit there, you drink, like you eat, whatever. In Vietnam, every morning you get with your friends, you get coffee, you sit there, you talk for a few hours, then you go to work. And you do the same thing after you get off work. You go get somewhere like something to drink, or your friend, and you do something. Like Portugal, Spain is the same way. Like those tapas, like it promotes socializing.
Yeah.
And we are so under socialized here because
in the US because of social media, because of, I guess, TV shows, but everything has to deal with your phone.
Yeah.
And I'm really starting to notice it. I'm guilty of it too myself, man, of doing it too. But like when I'm out with like friends and stuff, that's what I want to do. I just want to talk.
Yeah.
I just want to interact with each other versus just everybody on their phone. What
clubs we go to? What we go to drink? Like,
but even in that aspect of socializing, when you go to bars or you go to clubs, people are on their phone. You would see people just like 10 people in a row on their phones, barely dancing, barely like interacting with each other. You
gotta hang out with some Italian guys, man. You pull out your phone in like a dinner social setting. They're like, "Yo, put it out of the way," in like the thickest Italian accent. Like,
that's what we need.
That's what we need.
That's what we need. Man.
Yeah, we're like a big on screen time culture here. It's crazy to me because I think it eats away your brain, literally. But it's good. I think like what you do is great with the podcasting, because I think like one, it opens up opportunity for yourself, but other people to express themselves in a way where like their train of thoughts are complete. Like they can articulate things that they have always want to talk about and get out there, and like they haven't had a voice to do it, a platform to do it, and I think it's amazing, man.
So it's for anybody. You want to come on an event, you want to have your own opinions about something. I'm the last person that's going to judge you on anything. You know what I mean? That's what I tell people, and people get so scared of. I don't know what I would talk about. Bro, we would be doing the same exact thing we're doing right now. Yeah. That is all it is. Think of it like that. Forget the cameras, forget the microphone. All that's extra. That's just an accessory we're using. Yeah. But it's just a conversation that we're actually having. That's all it is, a conversation. That's it. That we're going to show to everybody, and maybe they have their points that they want to add to it too. Yeah. That's all it is.
No, I 100% agree. But, I am also a victim of it's like being on camera. I'm pretty camera shy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but even before coming here, I was like, man, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while since I sat and talked like to someone.
Maybe I should have went through the little tutorial with the sounds and the changing the voice, get you warmed up and all.
But the moment I walked inside the setup and sat down, I was like, yeah, I've done this.
I'm back.
So many times. I'm back.
Sure. Well, Lack, man, I really do appreciate you coming on. Sharing a lot of your story, man, of being overseas. I'm going to probably call this episode Overseas and Free.
Overseas and Free. I love it.
Overseas and Free, episode 29, man.
Yeah, overseas and duty free, man. Yeah. There's no tax over there, bro.
No That's great. Well, I'm going to probably want you to come on again at some point in time if you're free, if you're not traveling the world, if you're doing something for another topic. It could be about travel again or something completely opposite, man. But
Yeah.
I do appreciate you coming on and being vulnerable and telling us some things about where you've traveled, man.
I appreciate
man.
the opportunity to come on, man. It was honestly the hour went by so quick.
Yeah,
we had. I think we
we
had some
covered quite a bit, man.
Yeah,
You know,
for
I'm gonna
sure.
have a ton of clipping to do. You know what I'm saying?
Got your work cut out, man. I appreciate the opportunity, man, for sure. And I'm glad we met the way we met too.
Yeah,
that
it was natural.
Yeah,
natural meeting, man.
Yeah.
I think that's the best thing, man. I don't know. Like you just get like a feeling for people that you meet.
Yes.
You know, like they're just good people, good vibes. And that's what I got. I was like, man. Because we sat there and talked for a good little minute.
I was like, I hope this man don't get in trouble. He's talking to me so long. At one point, you ran off. I was like, that was a good time because
to break off. Yeah.
I'm sure someone was in his headset.
Where you at?
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, this is Lack. This is Overseas and Free, episode 29. This is the Edgyverse podcast, and we are out.
Yeah, it's just something like I looked at my life and I looked at my wife like I did something right. Look, I'm not switching my price. Baby, I know what I'm worth. I be like, thank God it's Monday. I get to get back to work. Hey, shine like gold. They don't want story, man. They want the soundbite. I'm like, no. Look around like they see you on the mountain, they don't see you on the climb. Right? Me and all of mine in the power line. Look at this and what you find. Right?
Shimmer, lights, flicker, all this light, let it shimmer. I had to glow up, I had to show up. I got the light now, check out my glow up. Right, shimmer, lights, flicker, all this light, let it shimmer. I had to glow up, I had to show up. I got the light now, check out my glow up.
Striped up and they wiped up. Yeah. Most of these folk hyped up. Yeah. I'm in the bag for show. I got a stack of a bag to throw. Hop in the bag for show. Reaching back in the stacks and roll. Lights, flicker. Gotta make sure that they with you. Better go look at the picture. Matter of fact, look at prescription. I'm in the field. When I get down, I'm taking a kneel. Yeah. I'm in the field like fire drills. I know they loving the thrill. Yeah.
Right, shimmer, lights, flicker, all this light, let it shimmer. I had to glow up, I had to show up. I got the light now.